Oh, let me see these. Fuck, right. I'm not gonna lie, the first fucking picture I thought that was your dick, because I was like, what the fuck? Just from the thumbnail.
No, but like, so like,
did he really just send me a dick pic?
No, so like the second one is the entry wound, the other one is the exit.
Right, yeah. Huh, that's quite. Oh, right. I see. So it must have twisted around.
Yeah, it twisted around, so it was like the right hand handlebar, and it
right,
went, it went through that way.
Right.
Also sprained my wrist and it fucking hurt for a week, like 2 weeks.
It's on the worst feelings.
So I went into work the next day, and I basically had my
trooper.
I had my left arm in like a tea towel and electrical tape.
Aye.
So
wait, what's electrical tape?
It's basically just like tape but stronger, kind of like a bit more elasticy.
Hold on. Yeah, we have names for it in the UK, so it's one of those things that like I hear a lot, but I can't really. Electrical tape. I'm just looking at images. Oh yeah. So we'd call it like duct tape, gorilla tape, or elephant tape. Well, it's not duct tape because duct tape's thingy, but I think we'd call that elephant. I don't know.
But yeah, you know what it is now.
Yeah.
So I had that in it for a day, and then I basically just couldn't without a lot of pain rotate my wrist.
Yeah.
So that was fun. It made playing video games a bitch.
Yeah, your pro CS career is now over. You can't do those sick flicks.
I mean, it was my left arm, so that's the keyboard.
Oh right.
Yeah, you can get away with it. It's not like I have tear and exploding wrist syndrome now. I mean, I hate StarCraft, but I just love that name.
No.
Anyway, don't. We'll leave it at the story about how I almost cut my junk off, and we'll start now.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I forget. Do I actually have a start to this? I've legit...
You did on like the first episode. It was quite professional. It was like, I'm Moonbear, he's SAC.
Yeah, well, we got that out of the way, and then I forgot what I did for the next one.
You didn't do anything. We basically.
Okay, so I basically said, did I just? Yeah, but we're fucking starting.
Also, I just want to say we need a timer as well. We've got to have like a 3-hour. Yeah, it was one of the things I've heard. Is just
like, 4 hours was a bit ridiculous. I think the worst part of that was it was literally fucking 16 hours of rendering.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
So I set it up, went to bed, woke up, and I was like, fuck, I can't even use my PC now. I legit went and watched fucking movies for the first time in forever.
What movies did you watch?
Fucking Jarhead. The best war movie ever. Because it's quite literally nothing to do with war. Well, it's got to do with, like, the true 90% of war, which is just sitting in the desert jerking off.
Aye.
You actually watched Jarhead?
I haven't seen it. No. I've seen a lot of war films, but no, I haven't seen Jarhead.
And it's basically the heartfelt story of a guy who jerks off in the desert. Yeah, so like some fucking, I don't know, not redneck, but like scum of the earth dude joins the Marines, as you fucking do.
Yeah.
Goes through basic, becomes a scout sniper, and then whoop-de fucking do, the Gulf War starts, so he gets deployed, and then it's just sitting in the desert, doing nothing, going crazy.
Yeah.
It's like every other war film. It's like, oh look, there's bombs going off everywhere, and everyone's going crazy. It's like, these guys are just sitting there, and they're still going fucking crazy.
Oh shit! All right, I'll have to add that to my watch list then. I didn't realize it was like like that.
We do. I think we do need to seriously consider a lads movie night, because I have actually been thinking about it ever since you said lads movie night for Reservoir Dogs, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm 100% down. Yeah.
I'm down for a bit at the same time. I'm curious how we have to fucking do it. Like, I know that there's like streaming services for that, but at the same time, like, fucking, do we sit in a voice chat and watch it, or are we just gonna sit there and all watch it at the same time? Because I'll be honest, I don't want to watch it with people fucking talking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say like a text chat, but so, like Twitch, you know, if it was just on Twitch, and then if you want to talk, you can type. But yeah, you can't like. I think that's one of the worst things, like watching a film with somebody. It's just I like with somebody if you're not talking, you know, like at the cinema. I think that's fine, but like. Yeah, let me watch the fucking film.
I'll be honest, I talk all the fucking time. When I used to go to the movies with my mates, I used to talk all the fucking time, but the difference was I was fucking hilarious.
Ah, sure.
So,
you're the worst fucking person in the world.
It's one of those things. It's good when it's good, and it's fucking horrendous when it's a very bad risk to reward thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you pull it off, you're mildly amusing. If you're even slightly off, you're the worst fucking person ever.
Reminds me of the green text of like that, like the guy. I was like, where is it? Like that nigga eating beans or something. Like the black guy in the cinema now. Like while this woman gets cut up with an axe.
The fuck? I don't remember. I remember this nigga eating beans. But...
Right, I think I'm confusing two different green texts about black guys shouting in the cinema. Like,
there's more of them?
Yeah, because one of them's like a horror film. And yeah, he yells something funny while she's getting like smashed with an axe. And she's like dying and everybody's just laughing. And then on the other one, it's like a guy yelling, "This nigga eating beans." It's something.
Seriously, I thought, who the fuck brings beans to the fucking...
Oh, I fucking love that.
Excuse me. Fuck, that reminds me of something else. I'm getting this weird feeling about fucking Heinz. Because like we don't really have Heinz down here. But at the same time we do. What I mean by that is we have this company called Whatties, right? And they basically do, you know, your tomato sauces, your barbecue sauces, your baked beans, your spaghetti, your cans of corn, cans of fucking fruit salad. Does Heinz do like fruit salad over
there? Not really. It's like kind of like in a tin. I don't know if you'd call it.
like canned fruit salad. Like canned peaches.
We just call it like canned fruit.
Yeah, canned fruit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we've got this company called Whatties. They have basically the exact same fucking logo as Heinz. Like, if I
with like the shield and so.
Hang on. If I find Whatties baked, no, that's baked beans. If I like find an image of it, and like. Actually, no, I need to copy the image URL so that I can remember to post these in the like description of the video. Like, that's Whatties beans for us.
Let's see.
And
oh fuck! So yeah, that is literally just. It's even the Z. Like, it's even the fucking beans.
Well, I always thought the beans with the Z was like a piss take because this is what we get in New Zealand. So this is...
NZ. Oh shit, yeah.
And given
we have beans.
Yeah, so you see that, and then you see what the Heinz one looks like as well, but
yeah.
I need to turn that way the fuck down. Yeah, so and then copy image location. Yeah. But the thing is, so yeah, we have this company called Whatties. They do everything that Heinz does. But we don't get Waddy's ketchup. We get Heinz ketchup.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting, but
Like,
why
I
don't?
mean,
Yeah. Why don't they just? They can. If they're doing everything else, I'm pretty. Yeah. They can just do ketchup, right?
Yeah, maybe like I'm assuming now that like Heinz is like the parent company of fucking Watties, or you know they're both like sister companies to a parent company or something. But yeah, I'm just not sure why we don't get Watties ketchup. We get Watties tomato sauce
because it's like the 57 things, like the 57 like not herbs, but the 57 ingredients or something. Heinz 57. I think that's specifically attached to Heinz, isn't it?
That's another thing that I don't fucking get, is all these people with these secret fucking recipes. But the one I really don't get is Jägermeister.
I didn't even know Jägermeister had a secret recipe.
Well, I mean, it's like, if you look at the bottle, it's like over 46 selected botanicals. And it's like, do you really need that many? Like, I know how alcohol brewing works, and I'm pretty sure you could drop half of those and still get somewhere in the ballpark of the same taste.
No, you're just doing it for this. Actually, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to do this, but I need a piss.
Oh, dude, we get a toilet break.
Yeah, sorry, BRB.
Yeah, so Jägermeister. Never actually had it. Just looked at the bottle. So, if you've watched this far into the video, comment Moon is an asshole. I'm legit fucking curious if I'll get any comments like this. It'll be amazing. And moving over though, I should really put some fucking pants on because it's 7 a.m. now. The sky's I'm gonna go. Hang on, just a sec.
Sorry about that.
Did you wash your hands?
I did.
You good boy.
Okay, alright, actually that's something I fucking hate, right?
People that don't wash their hands?
Yeah. Especially in public. And I always thought it was just a fucking meme. Like, you know, when like these TV shows or whatever would like reference, oh, men don't wash their hands or whatever, right? Because there always seems to be men. And I just thought like that was just a joke. I always wash my hands. But then, you know, starting to go out more, I'd say, you know, from more 14, 15 onwards, right? And so I just started noticing this shit. Yeah. So many people don't wash their fucking hands. It's actually like...
Public bathroom etiquette is a fascinating subject. I was actually fucking thinking about this the other day. What is your, like, rules on public bathroom shitting?
I will do anything I can do to avoid it.
Oh.
But if I have to...
Okay, well, let's say, hypothetically, you've gone to take a shit in the bathroom.
Right.
And there's a guy in the bathroom also taking a shit.
Okay, what's the environment we're talking about here?
You mean aside from the fact that it's a public bathroom?
Right, no, okay. What I'm saying, in this scenario, in the two major public places that I hang out in, which is either my college, well, okay, which technically isn't a public place, or like Eldon Square, which is the big central mall that like runs through my city.
We'll say it's
right.
We'll say it's a public bathroom, but it's closed off. So, you know, yeah, I'd say like maybe like your uni bathroom, one that's like properly maintained and not like one of those shit houses in a park.
Yeah.
So
yeah, okay.
So like we'll say like it's fucking Starbucks. You know, it's right. McDonald's toilets or whatever.
Okay. Because what I was going to say was, if it was in like my college or whatever, or like a mall, I would go to the other toilet. in that situation.
Yeah, what I mean is,
But yeah, alright, if it's just one, and if it's just that, and I have to go, then like you just gotta go, don't you?
well, I mean,
You know?
the thing I'm really thinking about is like, are you curious who the other guy was taking a shit?
No,
Like,
no, not at all.
so
What?
if you were, say, in the bathroom, you were finishing up, and he was also finishing up, would you like wait in the stall until he's finished up completely, washed his hands, and left? Or
It depends. Like, normally I'm careful enough about this sort of shit that doesn't happen. So, but in this scenario, it depends on what I went to the toilet for. As in, if it's just for normal shit, then yeah, no shame. Like, yeah, I'll just get out when I'm done, right? And if he happens to be done, then yeah, no eye contact or anything, but just wash your hands, dry them, or whatever. But like, I'm somebody who's had a lot of gastronomical issues. Like, I have IBS and shit like that. So if it's if it's something bad or really long, or yeah, I will stay until there's no one there. Also, okay, if I'm in the toilet and somebody comes in, if it's like a small toilet, so yeah, like a McDonald's or Starbucks where there's maybe like 2 or 3 shitters and a few urinals, right?
yeah.
And I'm on the shitter, right? And somebody comes in, and they're like going to use the urinal or something. I won't make any noise. I won't do anything in that time. I will wait for them to go, finish, wash or dry their hands, or sometimes they don't do that. And then when they leave, I will resume business.
It's one of the, it makes me really want to start fucking with people.
Fuck off.
Like, I want to be the guy that, like, let's say I go in, I take a piss, but I know some guy's shitting, and I kind of just want to, like, wash my hands, walk towards the door, open the door, but then just not leave.
Fuck, dude. Why are you like this?
I don't know.
Why? Why would you do that?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to do it because it sounds like way. I mean, it's fuck all effort, but it sounds like more effort than it's fucking worth.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the concept of just fucking with people, so it sounds great.
You belong on the fringes of society, to be honest.
I am on the fringes of society.
I know, it's like you've been driven out of the cities.
Do you know who else is on the fringes of society?
Who?
Mass shooters. Let's talk about that.
Wow, what an amazing segue. You're really putting in what you call like the BAFTA awards for broadcasting. Like, making your case there.
Yeah, I mean, they are on the fringes of society, so it's technically right.
Yeah, you're not incorrect. I'm just not letting you off on the hook that easily.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm from New Zealand, and
a very safe country where nothing happens.
yeah, very very safe. And fuck, where was I going with this? For those who also don't know, we had a mass shooting, and it's great.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, as a New Zealander, do you want to give everybody the quick rundown on what happened?
Well, I mean, memes, I guess. I honestly don't know what to make of it yet.
Yeah.
Mostly because, like, a lot of the facts are still obscured.
Aye.
I've basically saved everything I can, though. Like, I have the stream footage. I have his manifesto.
Yep.
I haven't read it yet.
Yep, same.
But,
I got a few pages in.
I mean, by the
It's
time
like
I
74
got it,
pages.
yeah. I mean, like by the time I got it, it was 9 o'clock at night. So
Aye.
I just went to fucking bed.
Have you seen the thread he posted before he did it?
No.
he posted an 8chan thread
Mm.
on Paul before he did it, linking to everything. To the live reactions. It's been taken down. You know, I'll post it in the podcast. There you are.
All right.
Because-
Archives. Yeah. For those moments when you really want to get to know shit. So, and of course it's fucking Australian.
Shit posting has went too far.
So, well, lads, it's time to stop shitposting and time to make a real-life effort post. I will carry out an attack against the invaders, and I will even live stream the attack via Facebook. Facebook link is below. By the time you read this, I should be going live. It's been a long ride despite all of your rampant faggotry, fickleness, and degeneracy. Is it fickle? Is it supposed to be fickle?
Yeah, feckleness. Fecklessness.
Fuck me. You are all top blokes and the best bunch of comments a man could ask for. I provide links to my writings below. Please do your part by spreading my message, making memes, and shitposting as you usually do. If I don't survive the attack, goodbye, God bless, and I will see you all in Valhalla. Amazing.
Oh, hang on. I just have to quickly say this. Quick disclaimer, we are obviously not, endorsing or promoting anything that happened. We do condemn the attack. We're just, everything is satire. But yeah, we're just discussing it a bit of, a bit of black humor and whatever. But obviously, thoughts and whatever go out to everybody affected. At least on my end, I won't speak for you.
Yeah, shit, do I actually not condone the killing of Muslims?
Yeah, go ahead. You kind of putting it, why don't you just not think about it and just do it?
Oh, hey look, even right now I'm getting PM'd, am I fucking safe? So, yeah, I guess it's like, where were you when the mass shooting happened? I was at home getting PMs telling me to stop shooting up fucking mosques. That's legit the fucking first I heard of it is someone like tagging me in a Discord that was like, dude, you gotta stop fucking shooting up mosques. They're fucking coming for you. I mean, where do we want to go with this? Yeah, okay, so yes, people shouldn't kill people. We'll get that out of the way.
Controversial statement there.
Beyond that, fucking top meme. It's... I am really fucking gonna be fascinated to see, like, the final reports for this shit, because it is a very odd thing to happen here.
Yeah.
Like, one, as far as I know, we don't have Muslim extremists here.
Yeah.
Kind of the perks of being on quite literally the other side of the world, making it very fucking hard to get here.
Yeah.
So, so it's like, I mean, every Muslim I've met owns a fucking kebab shop. So, yeah, I mean, not really that mad with them here. The mass immigration to Europe sounds like a terrible fucking idea, and I don't agree with that. So, I guess we're getting a bit political today.
No.
But, yeah, so it seems like an odd place to pull this kind of stunt.
Yeah.
Especially in fucking Christchurch. But I guess, like, it was never proven, but I'd always heard that Christchurch had the reputation of being full of fucking skinheads.
I was thinking about, if I can just quickly riff on this. I was thinking about sending you an article. I was reading the Guardian report, because normally my go-to source of news is the BBC. But the BBC does this really shit thing where they have to, like, triple source everything. So it's typically, obviously there's biases, but it's typically fairly unbiased. But they don't fucking say anything because by the time they've got any amount of it just takes them too long to write anything. So I have to go to other things. So I don't really like The Guardian, but I trust The Guardian more than I trust The Sun or something. So I was reading the Guardian article, and it's mentioned with Christchurch is that it had a notable far right white supremacist subculture there. And I was thinking about messaging it to you, like, is this true?
Yeah, again, it's nothing I've seen provable, but yeah, allegedly Christchurch has had a history of being full of fucking skinheads.
Yeah,
but I think it's just something about being in the fucking south of anything. Christchurch being the largest city in the South Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, then again, it's like the other place I can think of is fucking West Auckland, which is apparently where all the Auckland bogans live. In fact, we have an entire TV show based around this called Outrageous Fortune, and it's fucking hilarious. And I've also never seen it. I really should.
The same for us in Geordie Shore.
Yeah, but you're east side.
Yeah, but but Auckland is what, north?
Yeah, Auckland's about. Well, it's not as north as you can get. That would be. I think it's not fucking Raglan. Is it Raglan? Shit. I need to learn about my own country. Hang on. No.
So apologies if anybody can hear my cat in the background. She's going through heat right now.
Oh no, not fucking Raglan. Raglan's even south of Auckland. Cape Reinga is as north as you can fucking go.
Right.
Which is just on the tippy top of the North Island, but yeah, Auckland's pretty fucking far north.
I see.
Yes, the more you know.
Yeah, you're talking about white supremacist subculture in Christchurch.
Yeah, allegedly a thing. Haven't seen it, but yeah. So maybe, I don't know. Probably not the best place to build a mosque.
Yes, actually, one thing I think we should do, just because obviously this is an audio production, is give a description of the video, because there's we can access, we've accessed it, we've seen it, but a lot of people haven't, and the media is doing a really, it's, unless you're active on 4chan or whatever, it is quite hard to find.
Okay.
So do you want to do that, or should I?
What? So do you want to watch it together and then just?
No. But wait, is that what you meant by movie night? No,
yeah, the new Doom trailer is fucking fantastic.
Fucking hell. I mean, I brought it up, so I'll just do a quick description. So it begins with a man in his car. He's driving. You see a lot of guns around him. But he's playing. He's also playing some marching music. I think it's Serbian.
He plays the renowned song known only as "Remove Kebab."
Yes. Yeah, it's like a Serbian marching anthem that was used during the Totally Not Genocides there.
Yeah. The Troubles, as the Irish would call it.
Well, no, as the English call it. They call it some fucking liberation shit. Mother. One thing I do want to say that was very surreal, because I obviously knew what was going to happen, was when he's parked just outside of the mosque, and there's people walking in front of him, crossing, because he's in a lane, and the mosque is to his right.
No, it would be to his left, wouldn't it?
No, I do have the video up, just so I can.
Oh, I don't have the video up at the moment.
Like, I'm not watching it, I'm just kind of flicking just so I get the chronology right. But, like, so he's...
That's a very fucking catchy song, though.
So he's on this lane, and, yeah, like, so he's parking, and this is where he parks the car, he goes to the boot, he gets his guns out, and then he goes to the mosque and opens fire. But as he stops the car, there's, like, it's right at the front of where the lane goes into the road. And so there's people walking over the lane. And he very nicely, just because the guy stops, because it looks like the car might go out onto the road, and he very nicely just waves them along. Like, gives the thumbs up, like, oh, you can pass, mate. And so they give the little wave back and walk, and you're just like, yeah. 1 minute later, he would be opening shot. Fully opening fire.
You're a pretty good driver. Don't come to the mosque in the next 5 seconds.
And another thing is when he gets out the car, he gets a gun, and he's like walking along the pavement to get into the the gate opening, so he can go to the mosque. And one of the people who he just let by, they're like two of them are like standing like quite like just outside of the entrance of like the gateway, so not to the car park yet. And he doesn't open fire until he gets to the mosque. So he walks past them, and they like look at him. I just imagine being that guy. Like, he looks like quite an old guy, and just seeing this guy in full combat gear, several guns on him, just walking past you. Like, what must be going through his head?
Yeah, not the usual sight in New Zealand, believe it or not.
So then he, like, oh, you go.
No, just think it's like, what's the most non-conspicuous thing you could wear and still pull off a fucking mass shooting in New Zealand? It would probably be, like, traditional just hunting gear. Like, you want your Kathmandu polo. Has to be Kathmandu. Yeah, you want the shotgun. Maybe a hat. I don't know. Like, just generic shit.
Yeah, of course. Then, the guy opens fire, and again, I just want to reiterate, it's not a very good, very gruesome video, and it's very sad what happens, but yes, he opens fire, shooting people, and goes into the mosque.
Do we have the death toll yet?
49.
49.
In both sites, on the mosque.
I guess going back to being morbid, because I don't want to, it's like, 49 people. The thing about this is it really makes me fucking wonder how bad other mass shooters are to not hit these kind of numbers, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a building. People don't really move far.
Aye.
Which means, like, the school shooters in the United States are obviously just missing a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta be right. This guy, he said he'd prepared for 3 months. He had multiple guns. If you know, it was like the magazines he got, he taped 2 together. So he's got double 30-round magazines.
Yeah, so he played Call of Duty, cool.
And he's got like 4 or 5 of them like on him. So hot switch and all, he's got several guns on him. So I'd say he's a lot more prepared than just a guy who got a C on his maths test, and his dad's gonna beat him when he finds out. So but yeah, so opens fire. Obviously people are shouting, running away. Then comes like one of the weirder parts, where he turns the corner from the corridor into like this big open room, and there's people on 2 sides, and there's like 1 or 2 doors in it. So everybody's like both cowering and trying to get through these doors
and trying to play
dead. And because and obviously because of this, like, you've got 20 or 30 people all massed together, all clawing to try and get through. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, right? So he's opening fire on them, and then the guy essentially, like, I don't know if he's deliberately charging the gunman or he's just trying to get out the main entrance, but he knocks him over. Like, he runs past him or into him and knocks the guy over. Now the gunman gets back up and shoots him, but like, he knocks all of his magazines over. And so throughout the attack, as he's shooting and he's running out of ammunition, he's actually having to go back to the corridor and pick up his dropped magazines. Like, he no longer has them on him. So it's just this very weird, like, he's shooting people, and then he's having to go back and find his magazines. And he actually laughs about it when he's back in the car.
It didn't go as planned.
yeah, and so yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes out, goes back to his car, gets another gun, shoots around, goes back into the mosque. He starts, shooting the people who are lying down, making sure. And yeah, you could clearly see that there were people who were just playing dead in that. Which, I don't. I mean, what else are you going to do in that scenario if you're trapped? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, so. But then I'd say probably the most callous. I mean, I can't really say that. He's literally killed like 30, 40 people. So, but when he leaves, there's people kind of walking towards the mosque. So he opens fire, and one of them's this woman. And as he's going back to his car, he shot this woman several times, and she's lying in like a gutter, and she's saying, "Help me, help me, help me." And there's cars going past as well, and he just goes up to her and just like fires several shots in her head, and then gets in his car.
Can watch a bit. You can actually watch a bit of a fucking skull just fly off.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a skull, like part of the hijab, like the headdress.
It looked like a bit
the
of
video is so bad.
It looked like a bit of a hair, which is why
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like a piece of skull.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, I mean that probably makes more sense now I think about it, rather than just some like. But yeah, and then he gets in his car, and just drives away. Oh, actually, one more thing. When he gets to his car, like something like "You are now entering hell," and like one of his songs like plays at the exact time he opens his like car door or something. And then he actually goes past some people who I think he thinks are Muslims. So he just starts shooting them with his shotgun, in his car, and then he drives off. Like, and Initial D, what's the song?
I actually haven't seen that part.
Like my car?
Like my video cuts off at when he shoots out the front windscreen.
Oh, okay. Shit. I can give you torrent link to the full one. But yeah. So, I mean, basically nothing really happens. It's just him driving fairly fast. But yeah, he even waves some people along as well. Like he beeps his horn and tries to get them to hurry up. He's not like stopping for red lights, but yeah. And then you can start hearing the sirens of the cars like coming past the other way, and then the video just cuts out. So that's the video. If you don't know, it's obviously a very tragic video. And
Link will be in the description.
yeah, like but okay.
No,
like,
there will not be a link in the description.
Like, it's a very morbid video, and I think we may be talking about, like, watching morbid stuff, like, a bit later on. But, like, I do very much disagree with... It's obviously a very tragic thing that's happened, but the government is, world governments are essentially banding together to, like, stop people from watching this. It's been taken down from essentially every mass platform it can be taken down from. I really don't, I don't know about you, but I really don't agree with that. Like, obviously, it shouldn't just be, out, I get why, but at the same time, I just don't agree with, the freedom of speech and whatnot, If this is being, sure, something like this, which is absolutely abhorrent, but at the next time, it'll be, it'll be used for the same thing in, the Turkey uprising, and... I know it's a fallacy, but the whole slippery slope.
No,
where does it stop?
It's another thing. Well, I mean, why? No, the question is why start here and not the 50,000 fucking videos that ISIS and the cartels upload of everything that you can watch while you're fucking having your lunch. They were broadcast
on BBC News as well. Exactly, yeah. So that's basically what I think. So I'm not encouraging anybody to watch the video. I think we've gave it a good enough description that you don't need to. But yeah, that's the video. But I do think if you want to watch it, you should be able to. You shouldn't. The government shouldn't be able to ban you from watching it.
Maybe
Anyway,
not.
so-
Maybe not, but at the same time, I do agree with the idea that if you're smart enough to watch it, you should be able to watch it.
Of course.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's a pretty fucked up philosophy, but yeah, I mean, it's the way the internet's worked for the longest time. If you can figure out a way to get it for free, you get it for free.
Yeah. No, like I definitely I kind of agree, but it's also like, what about people who aren't necessarily computer literate?
Then they
who
don't get to
also
watch
want
it. Then they don't get to watch it. They got to know a guy who knows a guy.
Normies get out, really?
Yeah, yeah. The music was a fascinating part for me
Yeah.
because there's Remove Kebab. There is the Girls on Panzer rendition of the British Grenadiers. And apparently you've recognized Initial D. I don't know what the Welcome to Hell one was.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play the snippet for me so I can see exactly.
I'm gonna
what
play
is.
it and listen to and put it on Shazam. That's the music recognizing app, isn't it? Shazam. I'm not jiggy with the kids.
Shazam. Sorry, I'm just watching the video.
I can't.
Just so I
watch
can
it.
hear.
I can't watch it because if I did, then it would be in fucking the podcast.
Okay, right. I'm at the point, so. Oh. So it's I am the god of hellfire, and I will bring you fire, and then it goes into like.
Yeah.
I
I knew I recognized it because I think that line is one of those things that get like, it's one of those samples that gets used a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
I'm sure
techno
I've heard
shit.
I am. I'll just type it into Google. I am the god of hell. Oh, it's like a Prodigy song.
That would make sense.
Oh, that's the one that's coming up. Ozzy Osbourne has done it. Alice Cooper. Yeah, I think a lot of people have. Actually, I don't know if it's the same. If it's the same one. Yeah, so apparently it's called Fire by Arthur Brown, which is the original one. But yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, Prodigy, Alice Cooper, they've all done covers.
Arthur Brown, did you say?
Yeah, Arthur Brown.
Right,
I don't know who that is.
I'm just gonna write that down so I can remember to look it up later. But yeah, it's a fascinating list of songs, and I mean, you've been on the internet long enough. You must have asked yourself the question: it's like, if you were to commit a mass shooting, what's your mass shooting playlist?
Well, that's a hell of a question. Again, right, I'm gonna have to start with in the current climate TM. I just want to make it clear. I am not, nor I'm considering on committing a mass shooting. Please, MI5 or MI6. This is just, this is how we cope. We cope through black humor. Okay.
I think the general rule of thumb is so long as you don't choose Bodies by Drowning Pool, you're sweet.
Oh wait, is that the one that the ISIS video used?
It's the Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Oh no, okay, right. One of the worst. Oh, actually, we'll move on to it.
Are you asking what Cellular El Suado is, Clashing of Swords?
No,
that's the ISIS song.
No. Dude, have a bit of faith in me. Come on, I know that. No. There's this video of ISIS drowning some people in a cage. It's one of the worst videos I've seen for like gore and shit. Simply because it's like, with ISIS, it's all like 1080p high definition. Anyway, but somebody overlaid it.
They can upload that, but I still have fucking piece of shit internet.
No, right? Like, Jesus. But yeah, but somebody put this video, like this song over it, and it was like, oh, I don't know. When you said it, it made me remember like kind of that song. Also, Sleepy's asking me to play Rainbow Six. I'm gonna have to tell him I'm doing a podcast. Sorry about this.
Hang on, I'll be and like, get the fuck out of the way, bitch. He's mine. You can go, like, fucking jerk off about SWAT somewhere else. Wow, with you.
What, am I leashed or something?
Yes.
Free?
It's actually kind of sad because I don't know how long it had been, but I was getting to the point where it's like, maybe he's actually gone to take a fucking nap. And it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? Should I get Sleepy in here and then do a podcast with him and pretend that he's you?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to have a nap when I got back home. But I powered through it, alright? Okay, so... Oh, right. Probably, if I were to do it, if we were talking, like, actually... Probably my playlist.
Probably your what playlist,
Like,
sorry?
My Vietnam era playlist. So, House of the Rising Sun, Fortunate Son, you know, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, War Pigs, which I know isn't technically Vietnam, but you know, All Along the Watchtower,
We gotta
shit like
get out of this place.
that.
If it's the last thing we ever do.
Did I tell you that I dated the granddaughter of, I think it's Eric Clapton?
I think you've
No,
mentioned-
not Eric Clapton. No. He's not the lead singer of the Animals. One of the people in the Animals. I went out with their granddaughter.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned something like this before, yeah.
Yeah. It's very tangentially related. Like, claim to fame, but yeah, I'll take it.
So you're gonna listen to your 60s Nam music.
Like,
is that because you want to go like shoot up the Vietnamese district of Newcastle or?
no. I don't think we have a few restaurants, I think that's it. No, like...
I hate your food.
I mean, if I was going to do that, I'd do it to the Indians, then. I hate Indian food. Not that I would.
But you hate Indian food?
I'm not a big fan. No, I don't. I'm... Like,
Alright, we've had this conversation
we've talked
before.
about this before. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely talked. Because I'm pretty sure you called me a fucking retard.
I
some
probably did.
expletives.
It sounds like something I want to do now. So, yeah, I probably did it then too.
No, but like, okay, so I don't know, like,
I mean, I laugh if that's your answer, that's your answer.
I think it would, like, I think it would be because like other music I really like. I don't know. I don't think that would put me in the mood to kill. Like, as soon as I hear the opening riff of All Along the Watchtower, or you know, Fortunate Son, or hell, even you know, like Ride of the Valkyries or something. Like, you know, what I think helicopters, I think shooting indiscriminately into villages, napalm, you know, that. I think that's the mood you need to get, but no, nothing like rock or metal.
I think if you're gonna use like Rise of the Valkyries, what you need to do is to like live stream drones carrying bombs. Like, you can't be on the ground and play Rise of the Valkyries.
Yeah, true. Okay, what would yours be then?
I don't actually know. All I can realistically do is just say that every answer is shit.
No.
Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Listen to Pumped Up Kicks? Like,
you know what? Right.
You see that there's a terrible idea, and then at the same time, if you can't choose like Bodies by Drowning Pool because that's really fucking edgy.
Yeah.
Like, so what are you left with? Ave Maria.
Or Beethoven's Fifth or something.
Yeah, it's no matter what answer you choose, you're gonna get judged.
Of course.
Because
like
you're trying to be something. Like,
yeah.
Like the only answer maybe where you're not gonna get judged is, I don't know, Taylor Swift.
I used to really like it. I did go for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, like the music is probably the best of pop that I enjoy, but at the same time, she's fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she's hot as fuck. But like, I have to say I used to, because I never really listened to anything past 1989. But I did listen to 1989 a fuck ton.
That's the one with Shake It Off, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it used to play on the radio all the fucking time, and it was
Yeah.
the highlight of the day.
That's a great. It's a banging song. It's not the ultimate, but the ultimate pop banger. Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe.
I mean,
It's in a
what
league
are we
of its own.
considering pop at this point? Because I mean, if we want to talk about, I mean, I don't want to get off the topic of this mass shooting yet because there's still so much more left to say. But
Of course, yeah.
the other, like the ultimate pop banger for me is always going to be Billie Jean.
Ooh, okay. I was more thinking more recent than
Yeah,
that.
well, that's the thing. It's like, what are we
But-
considering? Like, what do you do when pop? What do you call pop when pop changes?
Yeah, you just can't. Well, you just
So
I
the-
refer to that as like 80s pop.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so like fucking Billie Jean, man. I keep making this joke every time because I don't think people realize like his best song when he was black about how it's not his fucking kid.
Jesus.
People forget this. But we might, I mean, while we're talking about horrific current events for this episode, we'll get back to Michael Jackson later.
Jesus.
I don't know. Mass shooting music that I would listen to is like maybe just my normal fucking music. I could really see myself popping heads to some Camellia.
Chamelea's good though.
And not the Nanahira stuff, although that would also be a great meme. I mean, like Fire Thrower is a great song by him.
Yeah.
Have you actually listened to it?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah.
I mean, like with that stuff, I just put on, the playlist they have, like top 50 or whatever. I
That
just have it on
reminds
the
me.
background.
We were talking about music last episode. Did you actually listen to any of the links I sent you afterwards?
Not off the top of my head, though. I
Okay.
don't think I did.
That's.
I don't think I did.
I mean, it's disappointing, but I won't hold it against you.
I'll watch them later. I swear. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just fucking furious.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, I've said that too many fucking times.
No, for real. I just wait. I'm actually scrolling back. I can't see any. I can't see any music.
If I go from... That's right, I can't search it while I have stream mode enabled.
I'm looking through the past messages and PMs and on podcast.
Oh
and
no,
there's no
it was.
links
I
to
left
music.
I left it in general, so that everyone could listen to it.
Right, then I may, if it was YouTube, I probably clicked on it. If it was anything else, I did.
No, it was all YouTube.
Okay, then maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like a lot of posts are made these days.
It never fucking ends. Yeah, like the music. So yeah, just my normal music, I guess.
Right.
I might
thing with-
filter out the Slayer.
The thing with that is I feel like my normal music that I'm listening to, at least at the moment, wouldn't put me in the mood. Because if I'm fully self-inserting and I'm like, okay, I'm going to commit a mass shooting.
I've had it with these motherfucking ragheads in my motherfucking country. Let's go.
Then I need something that's loud enough and has enough energy to keep me going when obviously I'm going to see the horrific sights in front of me, and loud enough to drown out the noise of the screaming and whatever. So
Well then, yeah. So maybe just listen to Slayer, so it all becomes the same thing.
So I know. Well, that's my justification for the Vietnam stuff. My probably my most favorite album I've been listening to. Which, hang on, I did say this to you in text, but I didn't say it on the podcast. One thing I totally forgot to talk about is I've been listening to a lot of Britpop recently. like 90s Britpop.
Well,
That's kind of the...
I mean, we did mention the Spice Girls during the podcast.
Yeah, but that was for you, not for me. Like, and that's not what I mean, but yeah, like Oasis, Blur, and probably my favorite band, like at the moment at least, which is Pulp. Why I don't know why I said it so weird. They're Pulp, and their album Different Class is like probably, at least at the moment, my favorite album. But that would not put me in the mood to pop heads, as you said. Like, it's all about, like, you know, banging chicks and, you know, class struggle and whatever. That wouldn't get me.
No,
to
a class struggle song would be nice, depending on the mass shooting.
Yeah, but it's not about, like, chicks pretending to be poor, like living in poor accommodation, even though, like, their dad's rich and whatever. That's the class struggle, not fucking eat the rich or anything. Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to make that a big point. I just wanted to, yeah. So where were we on about mass shootings?
I mean, the other thing about it is the guns is another thing I find fascinating.
Yeah.
Because this isn't America. I know people. I know people make jokes about how easy it is to get guns in the United States, and I know that they're for the most part not really true.
Yeah.
But it is definitely harder to get guns over here than it is in the States. Especially
Yeah,
guns, like... I don't remember it entirely, but we have like 4 or 5 classes of firearms license.
Yeah.
Where, like, the first one is, like, your generic fucking hunting rifles. I think your class B is handguns. Now,
Yeah.
and the class C is a weird one. I think either class C or class E is going to be something like your antiquities license or something.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, allows you to have anything that's on some bumblefuck list or whatever. Yeah. But then your class D is what's designated here a military style semi-automatic, which is all the big scary
like
guns.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and being class D, it's really fucking hard to get.
Yeah.
And maybe things are different now. This is what I vaguely remember thinking about when I looked into it that one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... they're not easy guns to get, and he had fucking, 3, 4 of them?
No, he had like 6.
Yeah, like he had, one next to him while he was driving. There was like 3 in the passenger's seat, 1 in the back.
Yeah. 2 in the back.
Yeah, and I don't know where the shotguns come into our firearms designations. And I mean,
typically shotguns are normally with hunting rifles.
Yeah, but
depending on the caliber, of course. But...
Well, not the caliber, but like, I mean, he was using semi-auto shotguns. I don't know where they fall into it in New Zealand, or if that's anything special.
Sorry, yeah, I correct you. Obviously, not the caliber shotguns. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The caliber.
Right, we don't even get semi-auto, like, so we don't even get bolt actions. I think all of ours have to be lever action, right? We don't have handguns or anything like that. If you have a hunting rifle, you need 2 safes with 2 different locks that can be inspected at any time, any 6 months.
Yeah, we have...
and you have to pay a huge license, and you have to have a specific reason, so you have to be part of, like, a gun club or something. Or live in a farm or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think we have to be part of a club here, but... Yeah, I mean, there is a whole bunch of, like, you know, you gotta have the safe and this and this and the inspections.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would imply he got the guns illegally.
Yeah.
Maybe, but at the same time, that's a very hard thing to pull off in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere.
Aye, and one thing I like to say is not just the guns, but also the magazines. Like, even in like America and whatnot, it's hard to get like magazines that hold more than like 20 rounds, like 10, 20 rounds.
Is it?
Uh,
I mean, that might be a
On the things that I've
state-by-state
read.
thing.
Sorry.
I mean, that might be a state-by-state thing at that point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Like, I'm sure I've said this before. I did used to be a member of the NRA, actually. So I did get the magazines, and I was looking at stuff like AR-15s because we can't own anything. So the most I could do was search them up on
I went to
their
Amazon.
website.
I went to the US side of Amazon.
And yeah, like looking through them, and yeah, it was like 20 round, and then for the 30 round magazine, there were so many disclaimers, like you have to have a license, and we don't sell them at all in like 30 different states and whatnot. So, and that's in America, which is like, obviously, it's perhaps not as easy as what, like, generally in first world countries, the easiest to get guns in. So, I mean, I know here, like, anything over like a 5 or 10 round magazine is basically impossible. Like, when I looked into UK gun clubs and whatever, but there's no real need for having, like, we justify it as there's no need for you to have a more than like 10 rounds magazine.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm fine with both the US and New Zealand's gun laws in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, America was built around this idea, and they came to this conclusion. That's fine. And New Zealand was built around this idea, and we came to this conclusion, and that's fine. I like guns, though.
Yeah.
Shit, where was I going? But I mean, yeah, I think the magazine thing might be a state by state thing, because when you went to visit, you stuck mostly around New England, didn't you?
Yeah, but like that's not what I mean by my experience. But yes.
Yeah, like, I mean, Arizona might be a completely fucking different kettle of fish.
True, true.
Arizona's
Or
a wonderful
Texas.
place, except for the fucking heat. I wouldn't mind living in Arizona, except for the fucking heat. Fun fact, people,
Arizona-
I do not deal well with heat. We are on the arse end of summer, and it's 8 a.m. The sun has barely been up, and I'm still in my underwear because it's too fucking hot.
What's the standard summer temperature there?
Yeah, well, this. All right, so let's get into New Zealand climate, because that's a fascinating subject that no one else in the world seems to understand.
Sure.
We are very fucking mild in everything. You know,
Really?
yeah, it's like our good friends in southern France, they will relate to me on winter, because it's like, it doesn't snow here, and it, like, the worst it gets is you might get like -2 at 3 a.m. in the morning, and you'll get like a bit of frost on your front lawn. You're like, oh yeah, that's kind of like here. But their summer is fucking thermonuclear.
Yeah.
Here, our summer, like, the worst you might get is a particularly hot afternoon in the 30s.
But how much in the 30?
Like 31, 32.
Okay, right.
Like 35, 36, we start shutting shit down.
Yeah.
And you see, you'll relate to that because you live in the UK. But then you're going to get snowed in winter.
Not really, no.
Really?
Yeah, not really.
Maybe it. I think it's just very much an island thing. Like, the ocean around us just sucks the extremities out of fucking everything.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, continental fucking nations, that shit just builds up on the ground.
Yeah. Like, in the UK at least, we have the Gulf Stream. So, yeah, it basically protects us from most extremes. But there's huge downsides of it as well. So cloud cover typically remains, which is why we have typically more rain than most other countries. But yeah, like, it doesn't get... I mean, I live in the north, like quite far north of England, and
But
so
still
we do have a
technically being England, we'll just say that much. Not the
Yeah,
true
yeah.
north.
yeah. Well, I don't fucking want to be included with Scotland and those fat pricks. Like,
What if they vote leave?
Yeah. Sorry.
What if Scotland votes leave?
Right. I've said from the very start. They get a fucking referendum on leaving the UK. I want a referendum on Scotland leaving the UK. I'd vote happily yes. Fuck off. I don't want them. Fucking drain on resources and shit. 5 million ungrateful fucking cunts. Anyway,
But
that's not
my
what I want to talk about.
heritage.
If they want to drink Iron Brew and fucking deep fried Mars bars, they can fucking feel free.
Hey,
Actually, Iron
hey.
Brew is nice and deep fried Mars bars are also nice. So okay.
Yeah.
You get my point.
Haggis is also pretty good.
Oh, okay. That's a hard Brexit for me. No. No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is really a where you grew up thing. Like down here, offal is not exactly commonplace, but it is a thing. Which is offal being like the organ meats, usually of fucking lamb and sheep. But
yeah, we've definitely talked about this.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not a daily occurrence here because believe it or not, you know, liver and kidneys does not make up much of the mass of a animal.
Yeah.
So they cost money.
Yeah. So the normal temperature, at least in my city, like in winter, the average for January, February, like December, January, February is 0 degrees. But with mornings and whatever, it's normally like minus. Like -5 is fine. But -10, -15, that's pretty. Like anything but like below -10 is pretty damn rare. But the average summer, again, this is just Newcastle. This isn't the UK. But the average high in July is 20 degrees.
Oof, that's a bit chilly.
No, 20 degrees is hot, right? Like, I only wear like a jacket if it's 10 or under. Or if I'm actually going out with friends or whatever, and you know I'm trying to wear a nice outfit. But
yes,
typically,
you fucking
like
fashionista.
yeah, like you know, I've got, anyway. But yeah, I will only wear like a layer above like sweatshirt if it's like 10 or under. Fit like 16, 17 becomes like t-shirt weather, you know. 20 is damn, it's hot, you're sweating. So 25, like 25, 26, because a big thing in the UK, because right, to get on your point with about snowing and why I'm bringing this up, is we are not built for any extremes of weather. It doesn't normally snow here, especially where I live. We live in there's a mountain range is generous, but basically some very large hills called the Pennine. And the Pennines, we live in what's called the shadow of the Pennine, and this means that less cloud comes over Newcastle. So that means there's less precipitation, so less snow, less rain. Still fuck tons of rain, but you know, less than the rest of the UK. But at the same time, because there's less cloud, it's also colder. So the temperatures I am seeing are colder than normal English temperatures. But yeah, like anything, we get a bit of snow that would be normal in other countries and whatever. Like yeah, our roads just aren't built to deal with it. But the worst thing is heat. No house here, like no houses are ever built with air conditioning. Everything is double glazed, everything is brick. So even our fucking schools, like classes and whatever, like just don't have them. So anything beyond like 22, 23 starts becoming unbearable. And last summer it got to like, it was, you know, we're now averaging up to like 30s. Like 30s used to be super rare, like really fucking rare. I mean, now we only get like a couple of days a year with like 30 weather, but yeah, it's more like 35 in other countries. It's fucking really. Oh, and also the humidity as well, because everything's fucking coastal here. It's always fucking humid. But yeah, it doesn't really snow. We get a couple of snow days, but it's light snow.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You get snow days at all is a fascinating thing. Like, I've seen snow twice in my life that weren't on a mountain.
Right.
Once when I was like, what would I have been? I would have been like 7.
Yeah.
And then the next time was when I was like 16, and I just went out into the front yard and I drew dicks in the snow.
Amazing.
Yeah. Some things never change.
Oh, hang on, sorry. If I could just say one thing.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at mean monthly sunshine hours for Newcastle, and in December, okay, guess how many hours of sunshine we get in December, like
For the entire month?
so you know. Yeah, so what? There's 168 hours in a week. So like out of like 700 hours, basically. Obviously half it because night.
I'm going to say that 168.
No, far lower.
Okay, what are we even qualifying as sunlight hours at this point?
When so the definition here is when the sun is not covered by clouds.
Oh, then fucking 0.
50 for a whole month out of 700. In summer, it's even worse. In summer, we get our highest is 181, which actually is in May, so not even summer. And again, like in that time, daylight is 16 hours a day, so that's like out of 450. So still half the time in fucking summer, more than half the time, like nearly 2/3 of the time in summer, we still don't get the sun when we should. It's always fucking. And this is I live somewhere where there isn't as many clouds. Fuck. Wait, were we talking about mass shooting?
We were.
Sorry, you were gonna say something. I didn't mean to segue off straight away.
I don't know. Was I gonna say something?
Sounded like you were.
I don't think I was. Like, yeah, guns are hard to get. The weather's kind of average here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the entire thing just seems a bit silly. Although, I'm, in the most morbid way possible, I'm glad New Zealand got a high score.
Well, it's not the highest. What, Breivik, Cho...
Breivik,
you know...
Well, I mean, Breivik had an island. Doesn't count.
He had, what do you call it, like high tax as well, you know? 360-degree vision. What did Cho get?
What was that? That was Virginia Tech, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Virginia... I like how the first time I type in Virgin, I get Virgin Killer Sweater.
You beat Cho. We got 33. So
what, we're like second place?
Yeah, but stipulation here. He only had a Glock and a Walther P22. No rifles or anything, you know. He just handgunned that shit.
Yeah, well, if we're going on like what kills to weapons ratio, then fucking Columbine was a joke. They brought bombs and they fucked that up.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, can I just also say, you got the exact same 49 as the Orlando nightclub. So
basically the Muslim killer is about toe to toe with the Muslims. Nice.
Actually, shit, what's the... Oh, wait, we always forget the Las Vegas one.
Oh, right.
59.
Ooh.
But he did But right, okay, so the New Zealand one injured like 20. Orlando injured 53. Las Vegas injured 851. Oh, sorry, 422 by gunfire. So, I mean, for what you call it, like what the military would call a casualty, that's by far the highest.
Yeah, I guess he's got it fucking going.
Yeah.
Also,
So him and yeah,
also
well,
that brings up another. The thing I find fascinating about is people calling the New Zealand massacre. Like, we're just not important enough to specify where in our country it is.
I mean, like, honestly, if you just said Christchurch, I don't think people would know.
Yeah,
like most
but
people.
at the same time, I think it's irritating to me because now people go, oh, there's a mass shooting in New Zealand, and now everyone's paying us like, oh my god, are you okay? It's like, yeah, it's on the other side of the country.
Like, I don't think that's anything to do with that because, like, that's pretty common for anything.
Yeah, but
Like, I've had that before. Like, the fucking Manchester thing. I had people PMing me. I live like 100 miles away from Manchester.
What Manchester thing?
Ariana Grande, like.
Oh right, I vaguely remember that.
It wasn't that big. I mean, a few people died. Like, it wasn't.
There's a lot of
But
fucking
yeah,
goonies.
Sorry.
There's a lot of fucking crazy people out there.
Yeah, fuck. But what are you gonna do, eh?
I mean, what would you like? Can't these people just like get on a plane to fucking Syria and take their anger out on each other? It sounds much more productive.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. They don't want to do that, do they? It's like all those fucking Turkish people who support what's he called, Erdogan.
I don't know what that is.
Well, he's the leader of Turkey. You know, the one imprisoning people and.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're supporting his regime, but they're supporting it when they're living in like Germany, France, and the UK and whatever, when they're not suffering any of the consequences of his regime. Or actually, like the Koreans in Japan, because after the when the war ended, obviously Japan had brought over tons of Korean laborers.
I didn't know this.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they'd occupied Korea for like 40, 50 years, so to work in the factories and whatever. And when when the Americans liberated Japan.
We're talking about this part of. So I thought we were talking about like after the Korean War, a bunch of migrants moved to Japan.
Oh,
and then they're like North Korea, best Korea, yeah.
That's not not moving, but kind of, right? So what ended up happening was, like, people were on the fence because most people were from the south, like technically like what became South Korea, but people forget. Obviously, the north is a fucking backwater now, but back when
everything was a backwater.
Yeah, but back when communism was in full swing and it was Kim Il Sung and whatever, the North was the more prosperous country. So a lot of people were repatriating to the North, like North Korea, and there was there's this huge contingent of like people who decided to stay in Japan, but support North Korea. And now there's this like whole subculture and like tens of thousands of North Korean citizens who work and live in Japan and go to special North Korean schools, but in Japan, and then send their money to North Korea. And I remember because there was a video about it after the the missile test that flew near Japan, and they had to have guards escorting like the schoolgirls. And the girls who were going there had to change out of their, because they go in like traditional like Korean school uniforms.
Are they cool?
So,
are they cute? Hang on.
Not as cute as Japanese uniforms, but pretty cute.
All right, time to look up North Korean school uniform.
But it was the ones in Japan.
I mean, I'm getting a lot of like varying things here. I don't obviously know which to believe.
North Korean school uniform.
There's Korean idols in a school uniform. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, none of what I'm seeing here on the thing.
Like,
it's more like it's like traditional Korean dress, so maybe not like a specific uniform.
Yeah, so it's probably not this.
Let's see.
Imagine.
I fucking wish it was like. Yeah, not that. But yeah, so they weren't able to like walk to school in those uniforms because they'd get targeted, and they have to add like guards and whatever. But yeah, so they're living and working in Japan, and with the freedoms that has with living in Japan, but they're still actively supporting the North Korean regime. And it's like it's very easy to do that when you're not in the country facing those consequences. That was just my point. I decided, you probably won't get the Turkish example. I'll use the Weeb example.
I didn't get that one either, but yeah, it's actually really interesting because it's very easy to forget how fucked up Japan is as well.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, definitely.
Like, there's just so much to distract you from it, though.
Yeah, but they made anime, so you know it's all Gucci. War crimes didn't happen.
No, it's the war crimes, the fucking religious extremists, the sarin gas attacks.
Yeah, the Shin. Oh, I used to know the Shinkoryo cult.
I don't know. I just watched that one video by Count Dankula, and I thought it was fascinating.
I don't watch him. I found him too fucking edgy.
He's been doing a series called fucking Mad Lads, where it's just like these fucking interesting people throughout history. Like he did one on, a Japanese religious extremist who started his own cult, which started gassing fucking people.
Yeah, the Shinrikyo. So I was pretty close.
That sounds about right. He did one like the other day on Simo Haya, the Finnish sniper from the Winter War.
Yes. Yeah.
Who is a really fascinating motherfucker.
Yeah, didn't he have like 500 confirmed kills?
Something like that. Other ones he's done. He did a executioner from the 1400s who wrote a diary.
Yeah.
A rapist from Manchester.
Oh, wait, do you mean Purple Aki?
Yes.
Yes! Right. Alright, we need to talk about Purple Aki sometime.
Okay.
Oh,
fuck it, then we'll do it now. Let's talk about Purple Aki. What can you tell us about Purple Aki?
Right, Purple Aki is one of the most fucking weirdest, like, urban legend. Like, it was a thing at my school. Again, not from Manchester. But it was like a thing, like, that some of the guys on the rugby team were kind of insulted, like, you know, because they're all big guys and whatever, like,
yeah,
you know, if you keep going like that, Purple Aki's gonna come for you. So what he would do is, or what he still does, because he was seen very, very recently. So he's still going, he's still doing this. He got out of prison and all that. But he, like, asks to feel your muscles. So he'll go up to, like, built up guys and, like, feel them and touch them. Like, gets them off. He's obviously done other shit as well.
I think one of the like stories that you can't verify that Dankula talked about was the time he was in prison and he bet his cellmate that the cellmate couldn't fit through like the back of a chair.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yeah, I absolutely fucking can. So you put your head through like the back part of a chair, and he got stuck and Purple Aki did stuff.
Jesus. Like, yeah, I heard he did. Like, I'd heard he went to prison for rape. But like,
He went to prison for fucking rape. No, he went to fucking prison for being weird. Because that's a crime.
Dude, it's fucking UK. Being weird is a crime.
Oh, right.
Like,
I forgot.
no, yeah. Well, he had back when ASBOs were a thing. He had an ASBO. So.
What the fuck is an ASBO?
Oh, sorry. Antisocial behavioral order.
Oh, right.
Basically,
yeah.
if there were a bunch of like youths in a park drinking and making noise, they would get an ASBO. It's no longer a thing anymore, but yeah.
Well, I think that's because it does sound like people are taking the piss out of antisocial behavior. There is a very big difference between antisocial and asocial.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
asocial is sitting in your room all day, jerking off and playing video games. Antisocial is fucking setting fire to kittens.
Poor kittens.
I know. Fuck the mass shooting. Let's talk about burning kittens and how that's horrible and how okay, we'll put this on the record. I do not condone the burning of kittens.
Anyway, listen, he's hesitant to say, like, he didn't immediately say he'd condemn the killing of Muslims, but he will for the burning of kittens.
Yeah, well, kittens are adorable.
I'm not critiquing. I'm just saying. Also, no, he was never done for rape. No, it was a big thing. He was never done for rape.
Oh.
I think his charge was he attacked somebody.
Oh.
Fuck! I should just fucking Google him, shouldn't I? Like, see, all the things I know of him are typically like urban lore. I've not actually read anything.
I think the urban legends are going to be the interesting part of this. I'll say anyone who wants to watch, Count Dankula's version of it that exists, I want to hear the urban legend side of this.
Yeah, well, all right. That there were always stories that people had seen him on like Shields Road and whatever, which is like our grotty street and biker, and like basically anybody who was like black, essentially, and looked kind of like him. Oh, that's Purple Aki. Right, when you go and pass on the bus or whatever. Yeah, there were stories that like he touched boys up in toilets. He once again, like, this definitely didn't happen, right? This didn't happen, but apparently, Weatherspoons is like a chain of pubs. It's like a pub will get bought by Weatherspoons,
Yeah,
okay. And they can kind of like keep their name. So, Weatherspoons aren't normally called Weatherspoons. They'll be called like the Mile Castle is like the one in Newcastle, whatever. But they kind of all have the same menu and the same prices.
Yeah.
So apparently, in a this so didn't happen, but in a Weatherspoons, he'd like carved holes into the backs of like the urinals. So like in the wall behind all the urinals, and there was like a grate underneath it. So he would get underneath and like look up the grate, and he was found out because he would like comment as people were like peeing and shit. Like, so that was always the thing. Like, if you went to the toilet, you went to the urinal, watch out for Purple Aki, right?
Because he's sitting in the floor, but I like.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the idea that it's bullshit out. He's in the floor.
Yeah.
Looking through a hole that he's drilled.
No. Right. Do you know how you have like what's the drains? Like the drains in case like
he's sitting in the fucking drain.
Yeah, like
watching people piss.
Yeah, so he's not like on the urinal drain, but like on like the drain on the floor. That's like under the urinal. Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
So that was always a thing. Any public toilet, Purple Aki. I fucking saw Purple Aki looking at us. Oh, fucking little Aki. And obviously accompanied by the racial epitaphs as well, Yeah. Oh, yeah, also... Right, this isn't really related to Purple Aki apart from, like... But, one of our my teacher, like my head of like lower school was a guy called Mr. Flusky. So he was kind of like the head of my house from ages 11 to 13. By house, yes, for people kind of like Harry Potter houses, you know.
Yeah,
stuff.
we
Right.
had those back in school as well. Although I think
Yeah.
ours were mostly inspired by fucking Harry Potter.
Ours are named after well, okay. So my first primary school was castles around the northeast, like in Northumbria, Durham, and Tyne and Wear, which are like the three counties that make up like the upper northeast.
My primary school ones were usually the streets that like bordered the school.
That's shit.
Yeah,
That is absolute shit.
yeah, well, we don't have fucking castles.
Yeah, we had Lindisfarne, Bamborough, Alnwick, and Warkworth.
We had Shelley, Vogel, Milson, and
Oofa.
shit. What was the other one? Tremaine.
Tremaine.
Yeah.
Right. For my second primary school, because I moved house, so I had to move primary schools. It was it was like technically like it wasn't a religious school, but it was like Church of England religious. So, which is our Protestant.
I
Effectively.
voted leave from the
Well, yeah,
Catholic
so
Church.
that, like, I was brought up a Catholic, you know, and I went to like a Catholic primary school, but we moved to the closest one where I moved to, which was kind of like Church of England. So, but the houses there were Aidan, Bede, and Cuthbert after like three saints. And then in high school it was three people named, like the three famous people in Newcastle from Newcastle. So Dobson, Granger, and Stevenson after John Dobson, Richard Granger, and George Stevenson. Now, only one of them is actually relevant to anybody internationally.
John
so
Dobson isn't the fucking inflation artist, is he?
No, he's not.
No, who's that one? Fucking Dobson cartoons. Dobson cartoonist. Oh, Tom Preston.
They're not related to Dobson at
Yeah,
all.
he went by the alias Andrew Dobson.
Oh, okay, right. No, not that at all. John Dobson was a builder, but he built like what we consider like Newcastle city centre. Basically, Richard Granger was the architect, and John Dobson was like the lead builder.
He was the head trainee.
So a lot. Yeah, he's the man with the hard hat. So we have like John Dobson Street and Granger Street are like two very important streets in Newcastle. Actually, shit, I was talking about how I got interviewed on the news. I was eating my pizza in Granger Market, which is like this old.
Ooh, what kind of pizza was it?
It was pancetta and garlic aubergine.
Dude, just get a fucking Meat Lovers.
They don't have Meat Lovers pizza there. The menu change, like they only make like 3 or 4 different pizzas like per day. As in types, not like just 3 or 4 pizzas.
Yeah, I got what you meant, but
yeah.
the fuck.
Well, it's like these guys from like who come from Naples, so it's all like proper, big old like Italian people. But yeah, so my favorite's like the Salamo. No, not the Salamo. Oh, what's mine? The or something in onions. It's like meat and onions is my favorite. But yeah, they had this one where it was like, I love pancetta, but yeah, pancetta and garlic aubergine. It was like actually really nice because the garlic aubergine just tasted like garlic.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds nice. I'm just being a dick.
Oh, it's amazing. But yeah, so I was just scranning. Sorry, I shouldn't use slang. I was just eating my my pizza, and this woman came up to me with like a fucking microphone and shit. I was like,
it's like, how are you enjoying the pizza? It's pretty fucking good.
No, yeah, no. If that I would have been happy to talk. But she's like, what do you think about Brexit? Yay, more Brexit talk. Wait, what? Oh yeah, so George Stevenson is actually an important person. Like, unlike the other two, who are just important to Newcastle. Right, George Stevenson is actually an important person. George Stevenson invented the steam train. And he also invented the standard, he invented the standard railway gauge.
The Stephenson gauge of
which
4
is used
feet and 8.5 inches.
Yes, which is used in all Commonwealth countries and the US, and so basically all relevant countries. But yeah, like it's the largest gauge, like it's the standard gauge of the world, like the standard international gauge. That's the Stephenson gauge. So he's actually somebody who's reasonably important. The other two are just fucking guys important to Newcastle. But yeah, so I was actually in Dobson, if anybody cares.
Yeah, if any of you want to meet him and you're in Newcastle area, just go down to the Italian pizza place in Dobson Square, and you can maybe
Granger
find
Market.
Yeah, in Granger Market, you can maybe find this fat fuck eating your pizza.
Unironically, probably. I fucking love that pizza, dude. It's amazing.
And if you want to find me, you won't.
Yet. We'll track you down.
I'd fucking doubt it.
Man, one of these days I'm going to come to New Zealand.
And you won't
One
find
of these
me.
days. Okay, real question. If I came to New Zealand, would you meet me?
Probably fucking have to at that point.
Yeah. Because I would look, like, for many reasons I'd like to go to New Zealand. One less after yesterday, but you know.
I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happened. I am interested to see one, like the report of how things got the way they did for this mass shooting. Yeah. Like how he got the guns, all that shit. Like what was sitting in his house, what was he planning.
Yeah.
And then I'm also interested in what people are going to try and use this shit to push whatever the fuck agenda.
Yeah.
Because a gun control talk in New Zealand is going to be fucking hilarious. Because there's almost fuck all to give up.
Right.
Like, will that be like something we're just not prepared to fucking do? Or like, will we really just become seriously cucked? Are we going to have to pay... Am I going to have to blow taxpayer money on Muslim reparations? I don't know.
Just laughs in British right now. TBH.
Yeah. And I'll laugh in fucking sulfuric acid, you backwards ass cunts.
I'll throw that acid in your face.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to be in New Zealand. Because suddenly people give a shit about it. Which is... It's a fucking weird thing, because... particularly over the past couple of years, I've been really interested in talking about my country.
Yeah.
And everything that's completely unremarkable about it.
Right.
And yeah, now suddenly people want to know about New Zealand because we just killed a bunch of motherfuckers. Yeah, it's just something mildly amusing to me.
I mean, I can definitely see you. But...
It's one of those. It's like we're just a country where everything's just a little different.
Yeah.
Usually not for the better. Like,
yeah, you go.
I mean, like, I think the benefit of all of it is I speak 7 different versions of English. Like, if you put me in a room with an American, an Englishman, a South African, an Australian, there's a good chance I'll be the only person who understands everything that every other motherfucker says.
No.
I mean, hell, we'll put a fucking Glaswegian in the room at the same time just for the shits and giggles. Like the usual example is biscuits and gravy. Now, you as a Brit, this is a horrifying fucking prospect, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you're like me, like the words briskets and gravy is bringing forth images of jammy Dodgers and brown fucking like beef gravy.
Yeah. I mean, I know what biscuits and gravy is.
Yeah, you know what it is because you've been over there. But yeah, like, a lot of people, but in like Australia, New Zealand, fucking UK, don't know that. I don't know what it is. But if I were like, I mean, like, what would we call it over here? Would call it fucking scones and I don't even know what you would call the gravy. Like sausage stew. What would you call it?
Gravy? Like,
Yeah, like like what would you call like the gravy to biscuits and gravy, which is like the rendered down fucking sausage meat?
We don't use it. I don't think we have a name for it.
Also, we just call it fucking gravy.
Yeah, but like types of gravy.
Maybe we can give it like a French name. Like, I don't know, fucking scone en roux. Like, I mean, it's what like I've never actually had it. It's basically fucking like white sauce and sausage meat, isn't it?
No?
Have you actually had?
Wait, hang on. I think you've lost me. What? Like, what are you talking about?
Biscuits and gravy.
Oh. Like American, yeah, like biscuit.
Yeah, like American biscuits and gravy. Where they
Yeah, I had it like once in a diner, like breakfast.
Yeah, so it's like, what would you call that? What they called the gravy? You know, if the biscuit is a scone, what is the gravy?
But the biscuit isn't a scone.
Yes, it is.
That's not a scone.
It's got
no.
What? Then what is it?
It's not a scone. It's not what we call a scone.
Then what is it?
Don't know. We don't have them over here. We don't eat that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna say it's a fucking scone. It's a different scone, but it's a scone. At least if I say it's a scone, it will evoke a more accurate idea in your head of what it's gonna be.
Yeah, like it's closer than a fucking biscuit, but
At least if I would say like scones and sausage sauce, you're anticipating something savory rather than some fucking sugary stock abomination.
Yeah.
Although for the meme, I actually kind of want to try like that version of biscuits and gravy. Just to fuck with myself.
yeah, I mean, why? Why do that? Why? So, do you like hate yourself or something?
Yes.
Like, okay, fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few things like down here in New Zealand and Australia that fuck with both of you, because we kind of just adopted everything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, going back to biscuits. Over here, a biscuit is a cookie. A cookie is also a cookie. And a scone is a scone. But you want to get the real the one that will fuck with everyone. Fries.
Okay, can I quick?
Go.
I was gonna say, can I quickly? Right, I'm gonna put this relative to what I think is one of the stupidest American things, which is that they call a boy a buoy. I think that is one of the most stupidest things in the world.
It's a boy.
And that.
It's a boy, and it's aluminium. There we go.
Thank you.
We've got that out of the way.
Right. So I will be comparing this to buoy. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not like a pronunciation thing. It's more of just what we call things. So, fries, American fries, are called chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
And British crisps are called chips.
You had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
We do not have fries, we do not have crisps. We have chips and we have chips. If you the closest we will get to distinguishing them is crisps will be called chippies.
Mate, what? What? Mate, what are you doing?
So if you want to have a chip buddy, you are in for a fucking surprise because it can go either way.
Fuck me.
We will put.
That's even more retarded than the Americans, and I did not think that was possible.
It might sound fucked up, but it fucking works. Okay? It works. Everyone down here will somehow know the context. You will offer someone a chip sandwich, and they will somehow know whether or not you meant crisps or fries.
Of course you meant fries. You're just gonna get a crisp in that fucking sandwich.
You haven't had a chippy sandwich. Are you?
No!
Are you?
Why would I put crisps in a sandwich?
Have you?
You absolute reprobate! What the fuck?
Are you telling me you've never had a chippy sandwich? You've never gotten a bag of chicken chippies and put them in some buttered bread?
Why are you saying these words? Right, guys. It's been 4 good podcast episodes, but I think we're gonna have to end it. I think this is the end.
You gotta try this, man. You've got.
I don't see how this can continue. Fucking hell.
You've got to try it. You've just got to fucking.
The crunch of the with the softness of the bread. No.
Yes, that's the best part.
Oh my god.
You just got to fucking try it. But it has to be like a chicken chip, like chicken flavored chips. Like don't try it with salt and vinegar or salted. You got to use like the really flavorful things, like chicken flavored, barbecue flavored. You still there, mate?
Your box is gone. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, mate, your box is gone.
No,
my box is fine.
Your box needs rewiring, mate.
Nah, my box is fucking perfect, mate. You're off your fucking head.
No, you've got a faulty fucking box. Jesus. You know what? For the memes, I'll try it. I'll at some point I'll try it, but I don't want to. It makes me feel cold inside. The thought of it disgusts me.
You're gonna try some fucking fairy bread while you're at it. Seeing as you guys love to fucking shit on fairy bread so much.
Nah, like, I've never had it, but, I mean, I can kind of see it. Like...
I'll be honest, I don't actually dig fairy bread. But it's just a thing. It's a thing we do.
Yeah, like, I've never had it, and I wouldn't say it seems particularly appetizing to me, but, like, I can get that. Like, I can get it.
Yeah, it's not... I think like the worst part about it is there's just no depth to it. Physically, there's no depth to it. Like, it's soft toast. Like you don't get it. You don't get a hundreds and thousands sandwich, and you don't toast the bread. You just have this soft bit of bread, just hanging there, limp, with fucking hundreds and thousands on it. Although it does have some rigidity because it's in a triangle now, so it's not like you're holding half a piece of bread and the other bread is flopping down.
Yeah.
But it's just... It is miserable. But it's just a thing. Thank God I don't have to go to any little girls' birthday parties anymore. So I don't get to see it. In fact, in hindsight...
that could have been read a different way.
Yeah. I mean... Fucking kids' parties are just miserable overall. Like, fun fact, most, like, processed food down here that we get, like, sausage rolls and chicken, well, I don't like shitty processed food. Put it that way. and I've never liked it. So growing up, going to birthday parties where your choices are sausage rolls and chicken nuggets, it was fucking torture. I can't eat chicken nuggets. Like, they legit make me throw up.
No.
So like, do you guys have Savoloys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. So yeah, Savoloys too at these parties. Although you can get little, like, people call them cocktail sausages. Over here, they're just Cheerios.
They're what?
You know the little, like, so think of a Savaloy.
No, I know what a cocktail sausage is. Yeah.
Yeah. So like a Savaloy that's like 1.5 inches long, 2 inches long. Yeah, we call those Cheerios.
Like Cheerio.
Yeah, like the cereal. We also have the cereal Cheerios.
Fuck! God, mate! What is going on? What is going on?
You left us alone for too long. We made our own
I'm
language.
not going to repeat your box has gone spiel, but that applies doubly so here. Fuck's sake.
Oh, god damn.
You know, I was going to segue into probably the worst experiences in my life was because of a birthday party, but I think this is better. Fuck.
Oh, god. I haven't had Cheerios in so long. Either of them. Just...
Fuck off! You shouldn't have to add either of them to Cheerios! Jesus.
I don't eat much cereal these days.
Same.
I probably should though, cause like I'm getting fuck all milked. I'm probably gonna give myself osteoporosis by the time I'm 35.
Just need mummy's milkies.
Yeah. Mummy, give me your udders. I need sustenance.
Fucking hell. Actually, fuck, right. I guess I started it. I'll tell my fucking story about birthday party.
The worst birthday experience ever.
Yeah, so one thing that... Right, I should say, I never really had birthday party. Because I was pretty antisocial. Plus, we kind of grew up poor. Like, so there just wasn't really...
Okay, we'll start this up. You know. Did you ever get a birthday at McDonald's?
Maybe. Yeah.
What do you mean? Do we mean maybe as in my mum asked me what I wanted for dinner on my birthday and I said McDonald's, rather than you went to you called up McDonald's like we want to have like a party here.
Oh no, more like the first, yeah. More like the first. I mean, to be honest, I never I was also very not antisocial ways
Yeah, well, we had this conversation. You're not good to know you're not burning kittens. That would end the podcast.
But yeah, I was never one that actually was that super it was always just at my grandparents, so I'd go to my grandparents and my nana would give me a cake and whatever. And
oh, dude, that's fucking depressing.
So yeah, that was more. There was sometimes we did other things, like go to a place. One time we went to a pottery place and I painted some fucking cups and whatever, and you gotta keep them.
Oh, so
yeah, I did.
Things to do for fun in Newcastle. Paint pots.
Yeah, well, no. Right, I was very young at that time, and it's totally because my mum liked that place, and so she just took me, So, yeah.
So, what did you put on your pot? Did you paint it, or did you draw stick figures and this is mommy, this is daddy, this is my brother, this is my sister, and smiling, and the sun has a smiley face in the corner. There's a tree and it has an apple on it.
Alright, just say my whole fucking childhood. Yeah, I was 5, so yeah, I don't think I had too much particular artistic talent.
But slightly less than now.
Yeah, I haven't improved much. But yeah, so birthday. So all of my birthday stuff was basically going to other people's birthday, right?
Yeah.
So I should say this was up to about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we'll say about the point that you gained some level of self thought.
yeah,
You started
yeah,
making
basically,
friends.
yeah. So before that, it was just like everybody in the class would be invited to somebody's birthday, and so everybody went, right?
Unless you were like
Um,
that kid that ate crayons, in which case
yeah,
he didn't get the invite. Except for that one
yeah,
time with the mum that had the kid that ate the crayons. So
yeah.
she insisted that he had to come. I think most of my birthdays these days have been just sending some guy like a $10 game on Steam
Alright.
because I don't have.
Where was my
I,
$10 game? What?
did I send you one?
No, you didn't.
To be fair, I'm gonna say you didn't send me one either.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to your birthday, so you don't get invited to mine.
Wait, one day we'll play fucking five-a-side on football.
I really don't want that. I don't like running. There we go. There's something to talk about. You running.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
I don't know. How well do you run?
Not okay. Preface to this: I'm a fat cunt. I'm trying to lose weight, so I started running. I couldn't run. Now I can kind of run. I jog at a speed of 9 kilometers an hour, so about just under 6 miles an hour. And I, depending on what I can do, 3 sets. I know I shouldn't call them sets, right? I can run 3 sets of 8 minutes, with a few minutes break in between, like not stopping, but like walking. So I go from 9 to 5. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. But yeah, just cut that.
No,
but
we've
no,
come
please.
we've come too far to cut now.
But yeah, so I go from 9.5, 10 kilometers an hour, and then go down to 5 for a few minutes, and then I can go back up, or I can do 10, 5, 10. It works out to be like a couple of miles, like 2 miles. I can run. I can run like more than a kilometer without stopping, which isn't super but it's the most I've basically
I mean,
been able to run in my life. So
yeah, I mean, well, that's fucking more impressive than me.
how much can you run?
I don't think I can.
No.
Like, I would be lucky to make it to the end of this street without stopping.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that isn't even a matter of me being unfit, because I can cycle like a motherfucker.
Aye.
I mean, I could... I don't know, like... I mean, I know I can do an hour, but that's mostly because that's all I ever need to do. Like, there's nothing more than an hour's bike ride away. Like, anything that's more than an hour away is probably like 5 hours away.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for that shit. But yeah, like, I can cycle, I just can't fucking run. But I think
Yeah.
the best I ever did in running was the one time in PE where I think the gym teacher said, I'm going to run at the absolute minimum speed you need to pass this test. If you can keep up with me, and I just managed to fucking keep up with him the entire time because I just wasn't thinking of anything.
Yeah.
Before that, like back in like primary school, well, intermediate, so like 10, 11, I don't think I could finish 400 meters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my running's shit.
Well, I mean, when I started running like 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago, I couldn't I started because like I would run to catch the bus, and I would like get up because obviously like in the UK like all buses are basically double-decker buses, so I would then go upstairs and sit, and it would take me like several minutes to catch my breath, and I literally just ran like 50 meters to catch the bus or something, maybe not even that.
Nigga,
right?
just show up earlier, for fuck's sake.
So
Then you only need to huff and puff because you're trying to climb up the stairs, you fat fuck.
oh, that's the other thing. Running up the stairs and then having to like pretend I'm not out of breath. Like yeah, like and it's fucking embarrassing. So I tried like I started running to try and combat that. So yeah. But I should specify. I do mean jogging. Like I can't like I know Sleepy. Like Sleepy runs, but he runs like he only runs for like 10-15 minutes at a time. At least from what I know. But he runs like fast as fuck, boy.
I didn't know he did running.
Oh yeah, well he hasn't run for a little bit,
Like,
but yeah, he did.
like
He's
the
actually really oh sorry.
yeah, like the only person I know that we know that like does like running shit was Renpo,
yeah,
and he does like
Man.
he does marathon shit, doesn't he?
yeah. Well, he ran a half marathon, and like, dude, like that was. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the principal motivators. Like, see, like him, like, right. So
Do
one
it
thing
for
I can
him.
actually
Yeah.
no, right, no. So he ran his run, and we have this thing in the UK called the Great North Run, which runs through Newcastle, and it's like one of the biggest. So a run here is half a marathon, so 13.1 miles or 20 kilometers.
Something like that, yeah.
So, and he ran that, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna start running. Right? That's really fucking cool. I'll start running. It did take me like a month after to actually start running, but I'll start running. But I registered for next year, so that's this year's Great North Run.
And when is it?
So, November.
Oh, so you've got a bit of time.
Yeah, I'll probably walk most of it, but yeah, like.
I mean, like, so long as you finish it and you don't get a taxi, I think you're fine.
Oh. Oh fuck! Imagine if people did that though.
What, getting taxis?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we'll change it. Just don't get a fucking Uber.
Just fucking lift me there. But yeah, so I started running. I can kind of run a bit, but yeah. Also, I've lost like 7 kilos now, so 14 pounds, so a stone. Still a fat fuck, but I am the thinnest I've been since I actually went to America. Because in America, I gained a ton of weight and I never put that off. So, man, the food over there is so fucking good, right? Like, all these people, like, you know, the whole fucking, like, Amerifats and whatever, like, dude, I get it. I fucking get it.
I mean,
If I was there, I would be so much bigger.
I don't call them Amerifats. Like, the name I always liked was the Scooter Rascals.
I've not heard that before.
It's just a hilarious fucking name.
Oh, that's fucking good. But,
yeah, obesity is a serious issue in the United States, and we don't condone that either. Get some help.
We do, however, find it hilarious.
Yeah, we will laugh at you, but you should get some help, just not from us.
But yeah, so it's going okay. That's it.
Nice. Wait, what kind of food, like, are we talking about in America? Like, anything specific?
At the time I definitely mainly had like burgers and whatnot, but I had like so much shit over there. I can't even remember everything.
Because I mean,
so much.
Yeah, like that's something I can't realistically experience, I guess. I mean, I can make my own, but at that point, why am I trying to imitate America? I can do something myself and better. Like, I mean, our good mutual friend of ours sent me food from America, but that's all confectionery.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that's still pretty fucking good.
Speaking of that mutual friend, actually.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I can actually talk about this with you later. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't pertain to.
No,
it doesn't pertain to the podcast.
Oh, fucking go ahead.
There's no other way I could do this that isn't like totally just stealing your idea.
What?
But he's done well. I was basically thinking of doing the exact same thing you did,
What
and
did I
send him
do?
a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
like- Yeah, like send him British stuff. Because he's actually done something very cool for me, so I feel like I owe him something.
Alright, so what we really need to do here is remember what things are totally... You know, we don't want to send him fucking Shrewsbury's and Jamie Dodgers.
Yeah.
Fucking penguins.
Yeah, they're not even regarded as like a good thing over here as well. You know, it's not
Well,
like
I mean,
people don't
it's
buy.
not necessarily meant to be good things. It's like,
Yeah.
I've said it before. I'm a fucking candy slut. Like, it doesn't need to be high class. It just like if it's unique and it's good, sure. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, actually, to answer your question, with America, their confectionery, really good. Like their sweets are really good. Oh, fuck me, sorry. Excuse me. What? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm okay.
Oh, so you do have a gag reflex.
Fuck off, no, I was burping. Wait, no, that's not in the fucking... That's not in the podcast, cut it out!
Got him.
Fuck you. Oh fuck! You totally made me. Oh, okay. Their confectionery, like their sweets, are really good, but their fucking chocolate. Oh my god, it is so shit. Anything with chocolate in is just fucking trash. American chocolate is like. I actually used to buy Hershey's over here for ridiculously expensive price. Just like I used to buy vanilla Coke, like you couldn't get it.
I fucking love
Right.
vanilla Coke.
Well, you couldn't get it over here, so there was a store called Yankee Doodle that sold just like American candy. So it would be like a quid 50 a can, and it's like at the time because it was before the pound collapse, basically like $2, right, for a can. Or you'd buy Nerds there. Like I fucking love Nerds and shit.
Oh, so you guys do get all the Wonka shit.
No. This was from a specific import shop.
Ah, so you don't get Nerds, we do, and America does.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like a few specialty shops stock them now, but yeah, we don't get that stuff. No, like not in a corner shop or anything. No, and not like, actually, fuck, not really anywhere. Like, anyway, but yeah. So this place used to sell them, and so I used to buy Hershey's there because like it was very, because again it was very expensive, and I had this sort of like I don't know like elusive, you know, like oh it's premium, you know, it's hard to get here, so it just made it taste a bit nicer psychologically.
And then you got
But
it
actually,
for
like-
50 cents, and it's...
Yeah, like so the one thing I hate, right, Nestle, right? So if you go anywhere in the world, Kit Kats are owned by Nestle,
Yes?
right? Apart from in America, Kit Kats are fucking Hershey chocolate. So we were having this big bag of like Hershey selection, you know, like their equivalent of like Celebrations or Heroes or whatever.
We call them favourites here. Except that's
Yeah.
done by Cadbury.
Yeah. So Heroes favorites are the same thing, but yeah. So their version of Celebrations. So Celebrations here is the Nestle one.
Yeah.
But yeah, over there, and it was all fucking trash. And then, I said, oh, at least Kit Kats are nice. Kit Kats are Kit Kats are going to be nice. No, their fucking Kit Kats are trash as well.
I actually don't like Kit Kats at all. Like,
I mean, they're not amazing, but like,
no, I mean,
it's still.
wafer is just something I've never been into.
Yeah. I can understand that.
I mean, like at least like the wafer with the icing in between them, so that they're like stuck together.
Yeah.
Like the fingers. I mean, like a wafer stick into an ice cream, cool. A wafer cone, cool. But yeah, like the icing wafer that they usually make like Kit Kats out of, fucking nah.
I actually, one thing though, Japanese Kit Kat.
Japan is
Like, with
another
all the
country that I need to find someone to hook me up.
Dude, I can send you some stuff for that.
What, next time you go over?
Oh, I mean, I actually have a fair amount of, like, I packed up, dude, at the airport. I actually have, like, a cupboard filled with some Japanese chocolate. Some Kit Kats and stuff. I have some wasabi Kit Kats, some matcha Kit Kats.
I mean, I'm not even going about, like, meme shit like that, but, like...
No,
Just,
no,
I mean,
no.
like, ever since watching Dagashi Kashi, kind of want to check that shit out.
Dude, I'm not memeing. Like, legitimately, like, wasabi chocolate is fucking nice, dude. Matcha Kit Kats are, like, amazing. Like, fucking... To the point where I've ordered wasabi ones from, like, import stores as well. So, okay, technically the wasabi ones I have aren't the ones I got in Japan. The matcha ones are the ones I got in
The
Japan.
fuck? Hang on. I just got
Well.
something in my inventory on Steam.
Probably a voucher or something.
Yeah. Race. The fuck is this? Oh, it's unavailable at this time. Please try again later. The fuck?
So-
Okay. Anyway. Sorry, you were saying. Oh, I just got another new item in my inventory, apparently.
What was I saying?
Race. Am I playing something? The fuck is this? It feels like I'm getting Steam cards for something that... Anyway. I'll stop talking about this now. Go on.
I totally forgot what I was talking about.
Wasabi chocolate.
Oh, yeah. The matcha chocolate is the one I bought in Japan, but the wasabi ones I actually reordered. Like, it's just really fucking nice. But yeah, I'm actually gonna do a big I was gonna do a big order of, like, because I actually really like their chocolate, which is like Meiji chocolate and shit. It's all
Never
like
heard
really
of it.
nice. So yeah, well, it's Japan exclusive. It's just like their chocolate bar thing. But yeah, I was gonna make a big order of a bunch of Japanese sweets. So fuck, if you want some, I'll send you some.
I mean, I wouldn't do it like right now, but like you've announced that you intend on going back to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were to hypothetically just fucking buy a bunch of shit, I will. Yeah, that would be okay. Hand, skin tone 1.
Don't know why that's fucking buckled to me.
It reminds me of something I've started doing now in fucking War Thunder.
Yeah.
Because they have the a bunch of like pre-scripted like voice lines to send. You know,
Yeah.
like attack the A point. You know, thank you,
Right.
well done.
Like standard pings and
Yeah. So like the key combinations are like you have to press T and it'll open up the menu, and then you'll choose like 1 to 6, and it will choose like a generic like section of the thing. Like T1 sends you to the attack sections where you'll say like, attack the A point, attack the B point, attack the C point.
yeah.
So I've started taking to like saying these combinations for things like, oh, that's a big T46, and it's which is just well done. It's like, congratulations, you usually say it when you're being fucking sarcastic, like someone crashes on the runway, which happens
like-
more. It happens more often than people would like to admit.
It's kind of like the what you call it, the Rocket League, water save.
Yeah,
When
that sounds about right.
yeah.
Oh, I found out what the the thing. Apparently, Simple Planes has gotten Steam cards.
When what you get some corresponding to your playtime. Or...
Yeah. Something like that. I have so many fucking Necopara cards and I haven't completed any of them.
Lamar. I think I have some.
It's just because there's like so many like new editions. Like they have the Necopara Extra trading cards, then they have the Necopara OVA Extra cards. Then I have the Necopara cards, then the Necopara 2 and the Necopara 3. I don't have Necopara 2. No. Yeah, I don't. I have 1 and 3 and then all the Kickstarter shit.
You kind of broke up there.
Yeah. Just Necopara. Cat kills. They're amazing.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop out and drop back in.
Oh god, I do see it. It's the ping is the connectivity is going a bit fucky at the moment. That's all good. Hang on, I might actually restart my fucking Steam at the same time as well.
Hello.
I'm gonna disappear for a second.
Okay.
That's completely out of time, but that's okay. Oh, looks like it's better.
I think so.
Kind of. You're a bit robot-y at the second.
Yeah, so are you.
Well, technical difficulties is as good of a fucking reason as any to end this.
Yeah. You've had 2.5 hours of this. Don't want to spoil you all.
Yeah, we don't want to. I don't want another 16 hours of rendering.
Let's keep it manageable.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm probably gonna go get something to eat, then stream, so that I actually have like video content for this.
What are you gonna be streaming?
Well, I set up a fucking poll last night for like with a bunch of games that I had just. There's a lot of reasons for me to not just like to put up the audio and leave it at that, but the reason I'm kind of putting the like video component to this is so that I'm actually like obligating myself to play some of these 300 fucking games I have in my Steam library that I never use.
Yeah.
Like I have 300 games or something and I've only played like 30% of them.
You're breaking up so much, I'm sorry. I couldn't really understand that.
Anyway, apparently the game, no one voted on the poll, so...
Oh my God, alright, you just sound like a fucking robot.
I am a robot. You're actually sounding okay for me now. But...
No, for real, I can't understand, like... I can't understand.
Alright, well, it's a good thing that doesn't come through on the podcast. So we're just gonna leave this on SHG laughing his ass off. Take us away, SHG.
Are you still talking? I don't know.